I stood there, frozen. The mirror reflected a stranger back at me. Where had my confidence gone? When had I let myself slip away? It was a gradual process, I suppose. A pound here, an inch there, the slow erosion of my self-esteem. But in this moment, the reality was stark. I felt lost in my own skin. I tried to remember the last time I felt truly comfortable in my own body. Was it a distant memory from high school? Or perhaps a fleeting feeling from a few years ago? The more I searched, the more elusive it seemed. This reflection staring back at me was not who I wanted to be. I longed for the days when I could walk into a room with my head held high. The days when I didn't shy away from photographs or avoid social gatherings. Somewhere along the way, I had lost that spark. The confidence that once radiated from within had dimmed, replaced by self-doubt and insecurity. The weight of my unhappiness felt heavy, both physically and emotionally. I knew in my heart that I deserved better. I deserved to feel good about myself, both inside and out. The number on the scale had become my enemy. Each upward tick fueled a vicious cycle of self-criticism and despair. I felt trapped in a loop of unhealthy habits, reaching for comfort food in moments of stress and anxiety. This only compounded my feelings of guilt and disappointment. Social situations became increasingly difficult. I found myself making excuses to avoid outings with friends and family, afraid of judgment and unwanted attention. My wardrobe became a source of frustration, filled with clothes that no longer fit or made me feel confident. Getting dressed in the morning became a chore, a constant reminder of how far I had strayed from the person I used to be. It wasn't just about the physical changes, though. My energy levels plummeted. Simple tasks that I once took for granted, like climbing a flight of stairs or keeping up with my nieces and nephews, left me feeling winded and defeated. My once positive outlook on life had dimmed, replaced by a sense of apathy and resignation. Deep down, I knew that I was capable of more. I had always been a determined and resilient person. Somewhere beneath the layers of self-doubt and insecurity, a flicker of hope remained. I just needed to find a way to reignite it. The turning point came unexpectedly. I was flipping through old photos, reminiscing about a time when I felt healthy, vibrant, and full of life. As I scrolled through images of myself hiking with friends, dancing at a wedding, and simply radiating joy, a wave of determination washed over me. I wanted that feeling back. I deserved to feel that way again. It wasn't about fitting into a particular dress size or achieving some arbitrary number on the scale. It was about reclaiming my health, my energy, and my zest for life. It was about feeling comfortable and confident in my own skin. It was about proving to myself that I was stronger than I gave myself credit for. That night, I made a promise to myself. I would no longer be a bystander in my own life. I would take control of my health and well-being. I wouldn't let fear or self-doubt hold me back any longer. This wasn't about a temporary fix or a crash diet. It was about making sustainable changes that I could stick with for the long haul. I knew the journey ahead wouldn't be easy. There would be challenges and setbacks along the way. But I was determined to approach this journey with kindness, patience, and a belief in myself. I was ready to fight for the best version of myself. I started small, focusing on making gradual changes to my daily routine. Instead of drastically overhauling my diet overnight, I began by incorporating more fruits and vegetables into my meals. I swapped sugary drinks for water and herbal teas. I made a conscious effort to listen to my body's hunger cues, eating when I was truly hungry, and stopping when I felt satisfied. Movement became my ally. I started with short walks around my neighborhood, gradually increasing the distance and intensity over time. I rediscovered the joy of dancing, signing up for a Zumba class that left me feeling energized and empowered. Instead of viewing exercise as a chore, I embraced it as a celebration of what my body could do. These small, sustainable changes began to have a ripple effect on other areas of my life. I found myself waking up with more energy and sleeping more soundly at night. My mood lifted and I felt a renewed sense of optimism and motivation. I was no longer just going through the motions, but actively engaging with life again. The scale wasn't my only measure of progress. In fact, I started to pay less attention to the numbers and more attention to how I felt. My clothes fit better, but more importantly, I felt a sense of pride when I looked in the mirror. It was a gradual transformation, a slow and steady blossoming of self-assurance. Don't miss checking our description below for tools and products that will help you lose weight fast and effectively.